So just going to give you some thoughts on your portfolio. I think this this is intended for your midpoint review, and your midpoint review is more about assessing where you are and where you're going than it is for any kind of final portfolio pieces. So I think in that context, it's sort of a different light than I was referring to before as kind of professional portfolio pieces. So I think in that regard, yeah, these first pieces are good. We saw these before. This is really strong. I think that's really strong. I think this one's good. I'm not sure if I saw that before. This one, I would say is okay. I'd be interested to see because if you have stronger ones that could replace that, that's very strong. Um, yeah, I mean, again, yeah, without any other stuff, it's good that you have that on there. Um, and this as well. Although maybe you want to texture that or at least get colors on it. Um, yeah, and again, as something to assess where you're at for midpoint review, I think this one is good.
It looks gorgeous. It tastes really sweet.
Whoops. Yeah, this one's all right. I think. What would might help just from like a real practical point of view is some kind of cast shadow. And the reason I say that is because the floor is kind of featureless and you can't really see where the surface is intersecting the floor. So it's kind of hard to get a sense of where it's contacting the floor because the floor, it's just a solid color background. So there's nothing that gives us a sense of, perspective-wise where the floor sits. But a shadow that meets the bottom of that would kind of help assess that, or even like a pattern on the floor would help a little bit, although that might be a bit distracting. Yeah, it's a good basic exercise, and again, I think it's good for sort of assessing where you're at. That's good. Yeah, this is interesting. It's both artistic and shows some anatomy, so that's good. Yeah, that's an excellent painting. Really good hand drawings. I would include all of these. Yeah, really good foot drawings. Is that a still? I'm not really sure that is really showing anything. Certainly not that the other one is showing. Anything that the other one isn't showing. It's good to you've got a sense of perspective in your drawings. Okay, yeah. I mean, I think everything in here is all right. I think, um, again, from that point of view of assessing where you're at and where you're going in your midpoint review. So I think it's good. A couple of those 3D things that you've added.